nice. You see, people are different. So they have different perception of the quality of the tea. Let me ask you a question. How many of you came here for eating or for having fun?
Or having fun?
Well, you see, there are a couple of people who called us up to find out if we're offering or giving the dinner at the end of the program, because we finish at 7 o'clock. So when we told them no, we're not, they were not hardening. You are one of them. Oh, I'm sorry. मैंने नाम भी लेना था लेकिन आपने बोला नहीं।
आपका मेरा ऐसा कोई नाजुक रिश्ता नहीं।
शुक्रिया। Thank you. मैंने
इस्तेमाल करने की जरूरत नहीं।
मेरा फिर ये था कि अगर हम इसमें खाना डाल दें, so it's going to add up to the cost. At the end of the day, many of those who will like to come, they will not come, they won't be able to come otherwise. Number two, quite often we spend about 500 rupees per person eating out. किसी अच्छे decent hotel में चले जाएं, about 450, 500, including 12.5% of tax. 500 rupees you spend for a meal, which lasts for about 3 hours, 4 hours in your body, whereas in the taste, it lasts less than 15 minutes. And we charge only 500 rupees, and that is because of number of our good clients who are supporting or sponsoring this program for something which will last forever, which can last forever, if you like to hold on to it. So I think you will appreciate the fact that why we're trying to keep the cost to the minimum, and then still try to bring a quality program to you. Now this part of the program we've already, I have, not you, but I have consumed a lot of time. Somewhat it's very difficult for me to control. You see, I am in a professional dilemma, and the dilemma says something like this. On one hand, I know the value of the time, the time I have to wait. You know, it's going to be finished at 7 or you on that. On the other hand, during the flow, while I'm on the stage, if there is something which comes into my mind from my experience, from the subconscious, if I don't share it with you at that time, मुझे लगता है कि it is professionally not good for me. I'm not being honest I'm holding on to something which I can give to the crowd. उस वजह से timing खराब हो जाती है. Second thing is something like this. The second thing says, well, every time I'm trying to bring a new program to you, because I'm learning. I'm not stagnant. Every day I'm learning, so I'm putting new stuff in it. And because every time I'm trying to bring a new program to you, it is difficult to time because you learn from your mistakes. अगर मैं एक program कर लेता हूँ, and if I know कि हाँ last time this program lasted for 6 hours, so next time I will be cautious enough to make it a 6-hour program. But every time, because I'm trying to bring new things to you, so every time is the first time of that program. So again, I will simply say, okay, please bear with me. I'm learning, I'm sharing, giving whatever I have to give to you. And that's it, but I'm also working on how to control the time as well. So thank you very much. The next session which I will very saying is that, you see, I didn't build up the contingency for these things. Light and fuse over there. Asar Foundation के यहाँ पे we have left few lesson plans. Asar Foundation की charity जो हमारी है, we are starting a adult literacy program, a different sort of adult literacy program, not to teach adults कि 5वीं का इम्तिहान है 5वीं का कायदा, but rather I am a strong believer of a saying which says, give me a fish and I eat it today. Teach me how to fish so I can eat it for the rest of my life. So I'm a strong believer of giving people skills so they can fish. So मैंने ये सोचा कि adult literacy में बजाय कि उन्हें कायदे पढ़ाएं, we're going to make them literate so they can count, they can read English, they can speak Urdu and read Urdu. और जब आपने उनको ये दे दिया ताकि वो अखलाकियात जो आज तक हमारे एजुकेशन सिस्टम में हमें किसी ने नहीं पढ़ाई, वो कुरान के हवाले से वो खुद पढ़ सकें और पढ़ते चले जाएं, तो हम उसको लिटरेट बनाने के लोगों को कोशिश कर रहे हैं। उसके लिए हमने यहाँ पे कुछ पॉम्पलेट्स रखे थे आपको दिखाने के लिए कि ये प्रोग्राम हम शुरू करने वाले हैं। एंड अगर आप हमारे साथ वॉलंटियर करना चाहें, स्पेशली दोज पीपल हु आर रिटायर्ड, अगर आप हमारे लिए वॉलंटियर बन सके तो हम आपको 2 एडल्ट्स का दे देंगे और 3 महीने में हम आपको का प्रोग्राम बना के दे देंगे और आपको ट्रेन कर देंगे कि आपने उनको ऐसे ट्रेन करना है। तो वो यहाँ पे पड़े हुए थे 10 डिस्प्ले के ऊपर, वो सब हम मेरे ख्याल किसी ने गलती से समझ के कि ये डिस्प्ले है, देने के लिए है, गिव अवे है, वो उठा लिया। तो अगर वो किसी के पास है प्लीज तो वो वापस कर दीजिएगा। लेसन प्लान्स होंगे 12 सफे के, वीक 1 वीक 2 पर लिखा होगा ASR, इधर लिखा होगा अडल्ट लिटरेसी प्रोग्राम। तो अगर वो प्लीज किसी ने गलती से उठा लिया है तो वो प्लीज वापस कर दीजिएगा। दैट वाज टू बी displayed, not to be taken away. Thank you very much. Now, I've already explained about the basics. That is, for me, at least from my point of view, that's the most important thing. Most important aspect is that's where everything starts from, and that is the positive thinking. Thank you very much. Positive thinking. You know, it starts with the thinking and then we move towards changing your life. Now, the next thing is, now, you see, I ask a simple question to many people. And my question is, I had devoted about 45 minutes for this session, but because I'm running short of time, so जो उसका conclusion है, वो मैं आपको दे देता हूँ, because that one conclusion example will explain everything. So, आप मुझे ये बताइए, whatever I'm talking about today, which is abundance, which is significance. So, I give an example of a ticket. जहाज का टिकट या किसी और चीज का टिकट। सो अब आप आंखें बंद करिए, ये सोचिए एक सेकंड के लिए, just for second, and see कि what are those things which are written on the ticket. So the very first thing which you see today on the ticket, which you need to be very clear about, is the destination. Right? So I'm going to relate ticket to flight as ticket to journey, life journey. So the most important thing to start this new life is basically the destination. Most of the people I ask this question, simple question, are you happy? No. Why? Oh, I want to, no. I will do whatever. You know, what do you want to do? And they won't have anything to say. So they are not happy. It means that there is a mismatch in expectations, right? कि मैं खुश नहीं हूँ, it means there is a mismatch. लेकिन वो mismatch उस वक्त होगा if there is a measuring stick. यार मैं उधर जाना चाहता था, मैं उधर नहीं जा सका, so that's why I'm not happy. But the bottom line is कि they don't even know where they want to go. They are unhappy, but they really don't know why they're unhappy. So the first thing on the ticket is the journey, the destination. Where would you like to go? So my dear, before you can really get anything out of this life, the rule number 1 is you should know exactly what is your destination. Clear picture. And once you know, you see, it's a simple. Khuda Ta'ala ne bhi kaha tha, and does the man think he was sent purposeless? क्या इंसान समझता है उससे बला मकसद में जो आया गया था? अब आप में से खुद ही पूछ लीजिए कितनों ने जिंदगी का वो मकसद ढूंढने की कोशिश की। You see, खुदा का एक वादा है कि मैं किसी को डिस्क्रिमिनेट नहीं करता, and I'm a strong believer of it. Deep inside you have something very unique, which can be in the form of talent, skill, a special ability. How many of us have tried really hard to get that ability or talent out of us? We were made unique. And that thing which you have, nobody else has it. And that's your mission. That's your special ability. Nobody can take it away from you. So my dear, all those people who excelled in their life are those who got hold of that special ability जिसके लिए वो बनाए गए थे. So you need to be very clear what would you like to achieve in your life, journey में, where would you like to go? And then the second thing is, once you know, yes, that is the purpose of the life, the second thing is what? The second thing is, you see, most of us are just working for the happiness. Because we have to, it's a norm, we have to work. But the people who are in abundance, they're those who somehow found that work which they loved to that extent that they would even do it for free. I'm not suggesting that you should simply do everything for free. I'm simply saying, let's assume for a minute that you have plenty of money, material things around you, and you have no worries कि आपने अपने पैसे कमाने हैं. What if that particular work, which you love to that extent that you would do it for nothing? And what is that work which you, whenever you are into, you do it, and you keep on doing it, and you do it to that extent that you lose track of your time? Oh, मैंने ये काम करना था, time खत्म हो गया, and I'm into it. सारी invention वहाँ से आती है. The problem is that most of us are working on those things which we really don't like or don't love. That's what the problem is. So my dear, we need to know the destination. अब destination के अंदर, there are different people. I can't hear you. अच्छा, by the way, phone पे बात कर रहे हैं. I thought you were saying something. You see, the destination में जो मेरा experience लोगों के साथ है वो ये है. There are few people who are happy where they are. They don't want to go anywhere. दूसरे लोग वो हैं जो कहीं जाना चाहते हैं पर बहुत दूर नहीं जाना चाहते. So the second type of people are those, yes, बस मुझे ये मिल जाए यार बस मैं GM बन जाऊँ. Most of us live our life, just with a small tiny thing कि मेरे life का end GM director में कहीं हो जाए. And then there is a third category of people, my dear. And there are those who do not want to go anywhere, and they also hate those who want to go somewhere. You see, मैं इन लोगों की example ऐसे देता हूँ कि there are those people who never loved. Example, just like a man, just like a person who never loved his wife for 20 years, and when someone else loved her, he killed her. हम उन लोगों में से ये जो लोग हैं वो कहते हैं ना खेलेंगे ना खेलन देंगे. Yes, and the world is full of those people. They don't want to go anywhere, and they hate all those who want to go anywhere. So the third category, and there are four people. Fourth category of the people who would go as far as the ticket would take them. That's where the discovery comes in. The unknown aspect. So I love Robert Frost, who said, two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference in the world. Say it again. All two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. It means that most of us are comfortable in walking or in taking the time-tested routes. यार इस सड़क पर चलते हैं, ये सड़क ठीक है, सैकड़ों लोग इस पे चलते गए हैं. We don't want to discover the unknown. जो unknown है, the road less traveled, which is unknown, because दुनिया की सारी तरक्की उस unknown पे है, जहाँ पे पत्ते पड़े हैं, किसी को नहीं पता सड़क कहाँ पे जाती है. So the fourth category of those people are who like to go as far deep in the wood as the ticket can take them, and they are those who always made the success in their life. create the life. They craft the life. They don't follow in the footsteps of others. They're different. They're unique. They are weird. They want to go and explore things. You see, आर्थिक management भी ये कहती है कि there is no number two. Either you are quick or you're dead. इस वक्त में either you're number one. और लोग मुझसे पूछते हैं कौन सा फील्ड अच्छा भाई साहब आजकल किस फील्ड की चल रही है, डिमांड ज्यादा है. मैं उनसे कहता हूँ जो भी आपके लिए अच्छा है. Because at any given time in the history of mankind, there was a demand for everything, for the top professionals. And on the other hand, there was no demand for others. Especially doctors का क्या हाल किया आपने? Engineers का क्या हाल किया? MBS का क्या हाल कर रहे हैं आप लोग? You see, भेड़ चाल, computer scientist का क्या हाल किया? एक ने किया पूरा खानदान पीछे लाइन में लग गया. Again, taking that road which was tested. क्या यार मेरे मामे ने किया था, चाचे ने किया था, अच्छा बन गया, वो ये भी कर लेते हैं. Whereas ऐसे से वो एक मिसल थी, पढ़ो फारसी बेचो तेल. I have seen those people who are PhD in Farsi and Persian, and they are in the top level positions. Because at any given time, लोग कहते नहीं देखें जी इस चीज की तो डिमांड ही नहीं है. मैं उनको कहता हूँ यार साइड में इस चीज की डिमांड नहीं है. But what would you do? You are only one. You need only one job. भाई आप ये देखते हैं कि जी अखबार में 20 इश्तिहार आते हैं MBA के और एक इश्तिहार आता है फलाने MA का, any MA. Okay? So you say कि यार उसमें 20 के चांसेस ज्यादा हैं कि मैं कहूँगा but you only one, you need only one job. How about if you become the superstar of that one, and whenever there is a job, it's for you, tailor-made, customized. Nobody can take it away from you. So we avoid doing that. We try to travel on the tested roads. That's number one. Now what is the second thing which you look at the ticket? My dear, time schedule. The second thing is, when would you like to start the journey? And when would you like to end the journey? आपकी फ्लाइट पहुंचती कितने बजे है? So the same way, it's your choice. Once you know where you are heading for, once you have found out what the destination is, then you need to take a good decision. Would you like to start it right now? Because I think the best security you can have. You see, हम अपने घरों को भी इंश्योर करवा लेते हैं, सब चीजों को इंश्योर करवा लेते हैं, बच्चों को भी खूब भेज देते हैं, सोचते हुए कि शायद ये इंश्योरेंस है, सिक्योरिटी है. नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं है. घरों को, गाड़ियों को इंश्योर करवाते हैं, ओल्ड एज को इंश्योर करवाते हैं. But my dear, the best insurance you can have is what you are. That's the best security you can have. That is something which nobody can take away from you. So the same way, you have the choice. If you really want to make a difference, the time is today, and this is the best security you can have. You need to decide it today. I'm going to start it today. I want to start it today. So that's the time. And the third thing is, on the time, from the same thing, when would you like to get there? जब भी पहुंच जाएं, चलो जब भी गड्डी पहुंचा देंगे. Or, you know, I want to be there at the age of 35. I want to be there at the age of 38, 28, 26, 40 years. So my dear, just like that, you need to ask yourself, whatever destination you want to go, how long you think you would like to see yourself there for? 10 years, 5 years, and no, just don't write years, write down 2002. December 2002, I would like to be there. So once you have done that, the third thing is what? On the ticket. The third thing on the ticket is route. पिंडी जाना है, कहाँ से जाना चाहेंगे? जीटी रोड से या मोटरवे से? Which way you would like to take? So, my dear, the third thing you need to write on your action plan or the life plan is, which route you would like to follow. Is it going to be a route of hatred, anger, unhappiness, misery, or a route of love, respect, recognition, and all the good stuff in the world? What route would you like to take? Would you like to make money like others have made, and then on they are in front of you? They're suffering, right? So which is the route you would like to take to go where you want to go? The fourth thing is very important aspect, which you cannot ignore. What is the price? The way you have a price is a ticket. The same way in your life journey, you need to write down the whole column of the price. What price would you like to pay? Or you can pay to go where you want to go. Because you will never get there if you don't want to pay the price. There is price for everything you do. You see, we have choices. एक चॉइस ये है, आज की नौकरी है, 10,000 रुपया है, दूसरी चॉइस ये है। ये नौकरी आज को आपको अच्छा पे कर सकती है, लेकिन वो नौकरी जिंदगी में शायद आपको अच्छा पे कर दे। शॉर्ट टर्म है, ये लॉन्ग टर्म है। इसमें स्ट्रगल बहुत है, इसमें कंफर्ट बहुत है। So it's your choice. The same way, I give example of a person who came to me, he was making about 10,000 in school as a clerk. He was unhappy. He was very happy, sorry. He was extremely happy, and then suddenly after 2 months he came and I saw a miserable person. I said, क्या हो गया? मुझे बताया जी मैंने जॉब चेंज कर दी. Why did you change the job if you were so happy? Oh well, उस जॉब में 4,000 तनख्वाह मिलती थी. मैंने कहा then why you are unhappy today? Because मुझे they treat me like animals. They don't respect me at all. So that is the price he paid. So मैंने कहा okay, if you want to be happy, so you have to pay the price to be happy. And the price for happiness is that 4,000 extra which you are getting. Quit that job immediately. Don't kill yourself. Go back to the same job. He went to the same job. He was again happy, and within 3 months, he again got a raise of 8,000. But that's the price, my dear. Every day in your life, you have to pay the price for every single thing you do. There is no free gain. So list down all those things. What is the price you can pay? What are those things which you can get away with to be whatever you want to be or to go where you want to go? So that becomes the whole part of it, which is crafting the vision. Because if you don't have the vision, at the end of the day you will find out that you never got anywhere. So once you have the vision, now how you have to make it happen? That is the next question. Because remember, these 4 things, if you're crazy about the work you do, you work very hard, you know exactly where you're heading for, you have the passion, you are into your love work, and you're crazy for the work, they can, for the time being, give you success for the material term. But my dear, we're not talking here about success, we're talking here about abundance. So let's see what are those things which we need to look into to have abundance in our life. I'm going to talk about now the relationship aspect of it, the people aspect, because that's what the most important aspect is. Now what that aspect is, ये लाइट क्यों बंद करते हैं यार?
कुछ नजर नहीं आ रहा है।
तो इसकी लाइट तो आपने ऑन नहीं की।
इसकी वो कर रहे हैं। हमें बताया।
Okay, now if you have a problem in a relationship, or any problem, either you have a conflict or any problem with somebody. So only thing I'm asking you to do is, because I get into these situations, people do come to me and they share all the problems and the miseries they're into. I'm only giving you a few tips, and one of these slides can be good enough to change your life and change your relationship especially. Now what happened? Yeah, why you guys are giving me surprises, my dear?
This is exactly the problem.
हेलो, ये बंद हो चुकी है. Wake up, guys. पंखा चल रहा है?
पावर नहीं है।
Because most of the time, once we are in the conflict, what we are trying to do is that we are trying to fix the blame. We are trying to justify the action. ये आपको कैसे करना पड़ेगा? इसको आप पीछे ले जाइए, इसको आप पीछे ले जाइए, zero तक कर दे आप। जब यहाँ पे zero आ जाए, then we take it out and put that one. That is the number one. Fix the blame, or you are trying to fix the issue. Number two, the best advice you can have is just put yourself in the shoe of the other person who is sitting in front of you. That's the best of a lifetime tip you can have. If it has happened to you, how would you react? Doesn't matter if you're a manager or you're just an ordinary person having a debate or having a conflict with the intimate relationship with your kids. कि जो उसके साथ हुआ है, अगर आपके साथ हो जाए तो आप क्या करेंगे? You see the main problem again, the same thing which I told you earlier, hypocrites. We have different life standards. We like something different for us and different for others. And this is one of those things which you can take away from your system, your life will change. Because you will never expect others to do those things which you would never do for yourself. And remember, you cannot influence anybody, for that matter, in your life if you have different standards. I go to organization, you have culture. यार ये गन बड़ा डालते हैं, and you see, आप अंदर आए, आपने प्रेसिडेंट को या मैनेजर को कहा, सर आपके ऑफिस में गन बड़ा है. उसने देखा, तो ये कहा, ओ मेरे खुदा, अल्लाह देते, गुलाम मोहम्मद, जल्दी आओ, भाग, ये क्या बड़ा हुआ गन बड़ा? If you think that you can change people like this, my dear, you're mistaken. रसूल को याद करें. Actions are stronger than words. Just pick it up. Do it 3 times, and the 4th time, you don't have to say anything. That's it. People have eyes. They know. They understand. They see. They visualize. They process the information. The problem starts that we really don't want to change ourselves, and we want to change the world around us. And that will never happen. We're not so powerful to change the world. All we can do is we can change ourselves. Okay? So if you can just get rid of that thing, I think other things can take care of it. That if ask yourself, are you trying to resolve the issue or you are trying to fix the blame? My dear, the past is finished. We're not debating here about what has happened, how it has happened. मुझे लोग बुलाते हैं as a third party to witness the meetings. And my dear, that's a wonderful experience sitting there as an observer and trying to see how the management meetings are run. Let's say 60 minutes. 60 मिनट के अंदर से 45 मिनट ब्रेक चल रहे होते हैं. And the last 50 minutes, oh, time खत्म हो गया. There is no problem solving. My dear, I never came here to know what is wrong. I know what's wrong. I know there has to be a change. I'm not interested to know what happened in the past. I'm interested to do something so it doesn't happen again. Let's get into the problem solving. Let's not try to devalue people. कि नहीं यार तुम गलत थे, तुम ये गलत थे. No, we're not trying to win over at the cost of others. If we think that we can build our self-esteem or self-respect at the cost of others, कि मैं उसी वक्त ऊंचा हो सकता हूँ अगर मेरे पास ये अथॉरिटी है कि मैं इस शख्स को बुला के गालियां निकाल दूँ. We're wrong. That is not the way to show that you are big. My dear, the bigger man is he who controls the anger. जिसके बाद इतना है कि he can really control the anger. He's a bigger man. Not the man who's got authority yet. Just imagine for a minute. Just take yourself in the shoe of other person. कि अगर आप इसकी जगह होते और आपके हालात यही होते, आप डोरमैन होते या ऑफिस बॉय होते या सीएन होते, तो आपको इस वक्त कैसा लगता है जिसने आपके साथ किया? एंड अगर आप सिर्फ और सिर्फ अंदर झांक ले उस वक्त, तो आई डोंट थिंक यू नीड टू लुक एनीवेयर एल्स. क्या बोलिए? ये आपको ऊंचा करना है. तो आप इससे आपको कैसे करनी पड़ेगी? ये विषय है. यहाँ पे Now, coming to the relationships, most of us, we really don't know the basics of the relationship. Up here. What is going on, my dear? Which we will never do. Other intimate relationships की बात करते हैं. Let me ask you a simple question. When was the last time when you said I love you to your spouse? Yes, there can be a crowd who can say yes last night. You see, the word love is totally mistaken here. The word love is not only to be used for the intimate relationship. I mean, that is the word love. You see, because you cannot only love a girl or a boy or opposite gender. The word love has a power to heal. And that is scientifically proven today. The word love has a power to heal. When was the last time when you said, I love you to your kids? You see, हमारे जो सारे नेगेटिव एक्सपीरियंसेस है ना लाइफ के, ये कुछ इस वजह से बने हैं. आप ये सोचिए, the more and more good work you do, the less and less praise you get. आपने first time अच्छा काम किया, you got the praise. The second time you did it, praise छोटी थी. चौथी पांचवी बार किया तो you will never get praise. But on the other hand, the more bad you do, the more punishment you receive. Every time you do it, you know, we are funny. Really, we are funny. And see, we have the childhood. हमारा बचपन ऐसे ही गुजरा है. सबका ऐसे ही गुजरा है. And so, our subconscious mind has recorded it. कि मैंने जब तक मैं कोई different काम ना करूं, मैं बुरा हूं. Basically, I am a bad person, unless and until I do something good, which will be recognized. And see, we have a need. As a little child, उसकी बच्चे की एक need थी to have the attention. माँ की तवज्जो मिले. So just imagine that in a very small, quiet room, your 2-year-old son or daughter is playing in a corner and she has all the toys. And you're just sitting on a chair either watching a TV or watching a movie or maybe knitting a sweater. For the last 2 hours, the child is very quiet, playing with his toys, being in his own world. And you haven't said a word to your child. 2 hours later, you heard a sound. And you just looked back and found out that she or he has broken something which was very special thing to you. What do? Here starts the spanking. Here starts all the criticizing. And here starts all the blame. Didn't I tell you to stay away of it? Didn't I tell you to do this? Oh my goodness, this is something which I brought from Paris. Oh my goodness, you know, my wife is going to kill me. Oh, this is something which I love so much. And you start beating him or her. Doing all the good stuff, and I never got any acknowledgement. जब मैंने बुरा काम किया तो मुझे spanking हो गई. You see, we have grown up with that life. So my dear, the same formula जो हमारा childhood था, हम इसको अपनी जवानी में ले आए हैं. We never appreciate our relationship for the good work. कभी खाना अच्छा बनेगा तो कभी नहीं कहेंगे खाना अच्छा है. जिस दिन नमक पे आ गया ज्यादा. की कर रही थी भी तुम्हें पता है टक है तो भूल गई है 25 साल हो गए तो खाना रोटी पकाने का नहीं पता कि हो जाए खाना. You see, that is the problem. And there is a law of familiarity which is somehow very strongly taken over us like this. And that is, the more familiar you are with something, the less value you have for that thing. And that's why within the first year of a relationship, the love finishes, it goes away. and there is no life left in the relationship. Again, it is just because of the same thing. She doesn't love me anymore, or he doesn't love me anymore. Do you think it is so difficult to be loved? I think this is the most easiest thing you can do. You see why? You want to be loved. How many of you would agree with me that if you want to be loved, or if you want to hear the word, I love you, from your wife, just go and tell her, I love you. And immediately you get it back. Don't you?
Absolutely.
You see, you want something, more of it you will give, the more it will come back. And we will sit there in a miserable condition all night and weeks and months after and just try to calculate, badal gayi yaar, mahina ho gaya maine milna nahi gaya. Lagda to check karega. See, and all those negative thinking will start coming into our mind. So because we are looking at the bad stuff. So my dear, the first aspect of the relationship is never ever miss an opportunity to praise and appreciate. Please turn off the lights, and I don't want any other surprise. Thank you very much for holidays and all those things which you are doing for me. Wonderful things which you are doing for me. But I am a tough nut to be cracked. So, never miss an opportunity to praise and appreciate. Use big words to praise and appreciate. Make yourself likable, my dear. I mean, that is something which I have wonderful experiences with. Wonderful experiences I have all these things. And what are those things? You see, शादी आपने की थी एक ऐसे बंदे के साथ who was smart. बड़ा ही स्मार्ट था, अच्छा था, वेल स्पोकन था. अब somehow उसका पेट कोई 4 इंच आगे निकल चुका है. ज़बान उसकी खराब हो चुकी है, बाल उसके खत्म हो चुके हैं. Now, you see, the very first thing is, इससे पहले कि आप self pity लेकर आए, it's a human psyche, my dear. All I'm asking you to do is stop expecting things from others. You are a total, full-fledged human being, and you have all those things within you. Make yourself likable. Make yourself lovable. Why can't you do that? If you smoke too much, brush twice a day, thrice a day. And those people, those girls, you know, the couples I contact, they do tell me, he smells bad, or she smells bad, kapde nahi sahi pehanta, zuban kar diya, all those things, you know. So you have to make yourself likable. And remember, it's not only the appearance, it's also the language you use, the words you use, the energy you give to others, and the tonality. What is tonality? Tonality. How would you feel if I say, I love you? You see, do you think that you have communicated? I'm sorry, you have not. Because the words don't have meanings, unfortunately. The meanings, अगर आप 100% कर लीजिए communication का, तो 93% of the communication is non-verbal, and only 7% is verbal. हमें आज तक स्कूलों के अंदर वो 7% पढ़ाया गया है. I love you, I hate you, I forgive you. Let's do it. How you are saying is nobody has taught us, and that's why most of the time we are just talking, but not communicating, because the language, your communication, the meaning of the communication is the response you get, not what you say. If you are able to convey the message the way you wanted it to be, and if the other person has received the message the way exactly you wanted it to be, then you have communicated. You see, body language, 55% is body language, 38% is tonality, the way you say it, and only 7% is word. I love you. On the other hand, I love you. I really love you. Am I communicating the message? You see? I love you. So the tonality है, you are matching the tonality with the gesture and also with the words. So there is no difference in what you are saying using all those three things. If you have to say, if I want to say you, I hate you, would you believe on me? You would never believe on me. Why? Because अगर hate करने का लफ्ज़ इतना खराब है, तो आप लोगों के सामने क्या क्या मिल रहा है? I'm saying I hate you. Why? Because 93% is more important, my dear. अभी आपको मैंने बताया. अभी आपने देख लिया, 93% is more important. I use the word I hate you, and that's why you everybody laugh. So you need to use all those three things to communicate with each other. The third very important thing which I've learned and I've noticed and I've experienced, and I'm a strong believer of. You see, all of us, like we're different people altogether, and we have different signals, and because we are different, we have different strategies. And what are those strategies? One of us maybe is auditory. Okay? Auditory means लफ्ज़ सुनना चाहता है. Auditory. Words. The other one is what? Visual. And the third one is kinesthetic. He or she wants to feel. और आप एक दिन आपकी बीवी कहती है तुसी मनु प्यार नहीं करते, तो आगे से कहते तेरा दिमाग खराब हो गया, 11 साल हो गए तुम्हें रोज से बाहर पैकिंग करना, रोज से रात बाहर जाएगा खा के आएगा, तू कहते तेरे को प्यार नहीं करता. Why? Because लड़ाई की वजह क्या है? लड़ाई की वजह ये है कि आप शायद आपकी जो सेंस थी, जो आपकी स्ट्रेटेजी थी, वो क्या थी? विजुअल. आपका ख्याल था यू आर शोइंग लव. शायद आपकी वाइफ की जो स्ट्रेटेजी थी वो ऑडिटरी थी. वो ये सुनना पसंद करेगी आपसे कि आप कहें आई लव यू, जो आपने नहीं किया. चाहे आप दुनिया इधर की उधर कर दें, उसको दिखाते रहे, विजुलाइज करवाते रहे, यार मैंने तुझे शॉपिंग कराई, मैंने तुझे ये लेके दिया, मैंने तुझे वो लेके दिया, बट यू हैव नॉट यूज्ड द वर्ड. And she's auditory, she would like to listen it. The same way, there are few people, especially the girls, they're kind of static. They would like to feel. You are very harsh. आप बहुत हार्श हैं. अगर आपने इसको कहना कि आप गाड़ी में चलें, देर हो रही है, तो क्या करें, उसका हाथ ऐसे पर आज चलते हैं, आप करें चल चलिए, फिर कहते हैं लड़ाई होती है और ये होगी. So you see, kind of starting the feeling, the touch. ये खुदा ने senses को सोच के दी थी ना. So we need to match all these senses, and if we can match all these things, you can see a difference on the communication का जो response है, उस पर you will see कि life आपको बिल्कुल लगेगा कि change हो गई है. Next point. Recognize that others have a right to be different. Relationship में एक सबसे बड़ी problem है, we want others to be like us. जब हम शादी करते हैं ना, we don't love the person as it is. We assume मान जाएगी मेरी बात, जिस तरह तो वहाँ तो बन जाएगी. So it means as a present, in the present, I don't like the person. I think there are few shortcomings, but I'm marrying the person. मैं इसको चेंज कर रहा हूँ, मैं बदल लो. इंसान नहीं बदले जाते. ट्रू सेंस ऑफ द वर्ड में आपकी आदतें अनलेस यू मेगा, अनलेस वो शख्स खुद सिंसियर एफर्ट ले. अगर आप किसी को बदलना चाहे नहीं बदल सकते, आप अपने आप को बदलना चाहें तो आप बदल सकते हैं. सो आपको चाहिए एक्सेप्ट द पर्सन एज अ होल. इफ यू लव समवन, love that person as a whole. And you see, अगर आपको ये लगे कि उसमें 6 बुराइयां हैं, तो कभी ये देख लीजिएगा कि आपके अंदर कितनी हैं. And how many times in a week you check with your spouse what are those things which bug him or her. फीडबैक कितनी दफा लेते हैं अपनी बेगम से या अपने खामन से? भैया ये तो नहीं है. You see, the problem is that we think that we are a complete human being and we don't need to grow. And you cannot grow if people around you won't tell you what you do is bad for you. So you need to be told over and over again कि तुसी बड़े चंगे हो, मैं तुसी यार पीछे टाई ना पाया करो. All those things, see? So you need to ask for feedback. मैं तुम्हें कैसा लगता हूँ, मैं तुम्हें कैसी लगती हूँ, मैं क्या कपड़े पहना करूँ, तुम्हें अच्छा लगूँ. मुझे tell me 3 things. कि अगर मैं करूँ तो तुम समझती हो तुम्हारा प्यार मेरे से और बढ़ जाएगा. And if you are able to do it for 1 month, on a weekly basis, I can guarantee you that you will never ever abandon it again. You will know the power of it, and you will every single day you will believe that you are coming close to each other and you are reviving the first year love. The first year love. Because every week you are communicating, you are giving and receiving feedback. The next thing, become interested in other people. You see, we are more interested in ourselves. आज मैं कीता, आज मैं वो कीता, आज मैं कीता, but we're not interested कि तुमने क्या किया और तुम्हारा दिन कैसे गुजरा, कैसा रहा, ठीक ठाक रही, फलाना फलाना फलाना. So become more interested in other people, encourage and develop others. Be a good listener. Most of the time we don't listen. We don't have this habit. You know, we feel like talking. We don't listen. But unless you listen, you cannot develop a good rapport. Smile and laugh often. And what the smile and laugh can do for you, I will try to explain ho jayega. And I want you to laugh often. As many times a day, as many times you can. Be a comfortable and an easy to be with person. You see, I am a critical person. I am a negative thinker. मेरी ज़बान भी गंदी है, मैं गालियाँ भी बड़ी निकालता हूँ. और फिर मैं कहता हूँ कि यार ये मेरे बीवी बच्चे मेरे पास नहीं बैठते यार.
सर जिनके नहीं है उनके बारे में कोई बात नहीं.
I think कि जिनके नहीं हैं उनको इतनी अकल होनी चाहिए कि ये बातें सिर्फ बीवी के लिए नहीं है, बल्कि जो रिलेशनशिप अगर आप डेवलप भी कर रहे हैं उनके लिए भी यही है. If you are having a problem or if you are getting into the relationship, you are in a much better position that you can start right from the day one. मुझे 2-3 बार बात सुनाई थी. Yes, please, you know, don't just take every word as it is. इसको अपनी दुनिया में लेकर आएं. इस वर्ड को अपनी दुनिया में, अपनी सिचुएशन में लेके आएं. और जब relationships की बात कर रहा हूँ, it is not only, yes, it includes intimate relationship, but also it includes the other relationship जो कि family friends में होते हैं. And also give spiritual strength.
जनरलाइज बात करेंगे.
सर मैं जनरलाइज बात कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन मैं तो कोशिश करता हूँ करने की, लेकिन आप भी थोड़ा सा उसको जनरलाइज ले लीजिए मेरा. Let's do it both ways. This way it will be quicker. Quicker हो जाएगा. Let's do it. मैं भी करता हूँ. अब मैंने ना किया तो मुझे बता दीजिएगा. थोड़ा सा आप इसको अपने सिचुएशन में लेके आइए. I'm dealing with a group of 250 people and they are all from different backgrounds. So if I start giving example of 250 different situations, I won't move with the same pace as I would like to move. So आप उसको relate कीजिए. अगर आपको समझ नहीं आती, please come to me for 1-to-1 and I will give you the solution for that. That's the best thing I can. Yes, sir.
जिनके बच्चे नहीं है यही जरूर पेरेंट्स से अपने तलवार सीखते हैं.
सर चिल्ड्रन जिनके बच्चे नहीं है वो क्या करें?
अपने पेरेंट्स से तल्लकात ठीक करें. Yes. One more thing, the children, you know, see again, अगर आप मुझसे सिर्फ एक चीज सीखना चाहते हैं, तो be a child with your children. आप उनको अपने हिसाब से ट्रीट नहीं कर सकते. You see, I have seen again the word, the magic word, 3 word, I love you. You see, मेरे बच्चे सोए होते हैं रात को उनके कान में सोए होते हैं. I just whisper I love you 20 times. और सुबह मैं सोया होता हूँ, वो आके मुझे सबसे पहले गले लगाते हैं. It never happened a year ago, but now it happens. You know why? That's the power of it. I have done nothing else. But I am basically training the subconscious mind. Because you see, conscious mind can sleep, subconscious doesn't sleep. Because subconscious mind is responsible for your breathing. And when you are sleeping, it means that your subconscious is still alive. That's why you're breathing. So you are just sending those subconscious signals. Haris, your Baba loves you. Ana, your Baba loves you. Ana, your Baba loves you. Haris, your Baba loves you. So it's being recorded over and over and over again. And you see the change in action. Be a child. Play with them. Smile often. You see, we have killed our child. We have a child inside us. आपसे एक छोटी सी एग्जाम्पल पूछता हूँ, आपको ख्याल में बच्चे कितने दिन छोटा बच्चा दिन में कितना हंसता है? How many times you see think? 1,000 times. What else? Any other response?
Countless, thousands.
The research says about 450. My innocent would laugh about 450 times a day. And what do you think about the adults?
50 भी नहीं होगी।
10 दफा। अमेरिका में थैंक यू बेटा 17 अमेरिका में 17 दफा है। पाकिस्तान में कुछ सोच ली 7-8 दफे से ज्यादा नहीं होगा। You see the problem? Their lives a problem. हम समझते हैं हमारी इतनी गलत यार ओपिनियन, हम समझते हैं इस्लाम में ह्यूमर का कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है, हम समझते हैं इस्लाम में म्यूजिक का कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं है, हम समझते हैं इस्लाम इतना रिजिड, इतना ऐसा मजहब है कि पता नहीं उसमें हंसने वाला को गोली मारने का हुक्म दिया गया होगा। इस्लाम इतना किसी जगह कुछ भी नहीं है यार। इस्लाम, if you can be a true Muslim, you can be the best human being available on this earth. But if you really understand what Islam has to offer, Islam will never ask you to do those things which are not good for the humanity as a whole, which are not good for you as a whole. मुझे आज तक कभी ये नहीं नजर आया कि मौलवी क्यों नहीं हंसते हैं। Thank you very much for the surprise. You see, because maybe they have taken something which I have never seen in Quran. क्या मुसलमानों का हंसना बना? I don't think so. I don't think he लिखा हुआ है। So be a child, play and tell real stories. I tell stories to my son every day. Not every day, I'm sorry. Twice a week. And I'm trying to tell them every day. That's what my plan is, inshallah, in the months to come. And I've seen the power of it. I've come very close to my kids just because I be with them, I lie with them, I hug them. And again, hugging is a different psychology altogether. Hugging has a power to heal. And you see, अगर आप किसी के साथ गले लगाएं, you will feel the difference. Immediately your physiology and feelings will change. You can notice it like this.
That's good.
Teach them to have faith, to believe. Tell them the real stories. मैं अपने बच्चों को रियल इस्लामी स्टोरी ऐसे अंदाज से सुनाता हूँ कि उनके लिए they are the most interesting story in the world. On the other hand, अगर मैं उनको इस्लाम की वो बातें मौत के बाद का मंगल सुनाने लग पड़ो, it's because they're too young, यार, they're too small to understand those things. और अगर जिस तरीके से, I mean, this is the problem we are living in, my dear. हमारे बच्चों को कुरान पढ़ाने वाले जो हैं ना, उन्होंने डंडों से कुरान पढ़ाया। And somehow, unfortunately, they have associated pain with Quran. कि यार मौलवी ने मारा बड़ा कुरान पढ़ाने वास्ते, क्योंकि ऐसी सी चीज ही होगी। और आज तक बड़े होने के बावजूद इट इज अनफॉर्चुनेटली सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में इतनी बुरी तरह है कि मैंने किसी मैनेजर किसी के बंदे कुरान को नहीं देखा, दुरागन मालियों में देखा है ताले लगे, और हमारे दिलों में वैसे ही ताले लगे। सो यू सी द कुरान के अंदर जिस तरीके से आप पढ़ा रहे हैं, इफ यू एसोसिएट प्लेजर विद कुरान, when the point is that you have to convey the message. How you convey the message is up to you. What have we achieved in the last 50 years? If our Maulvis, and if we did our job, you won't look at the society like this, the way we have become. We have totally different lives altogether. One is the ideal life available in the Quran, and another one is what you see on the street. There is no comparison between the life. आज लीडरशिप की बात करते हैं, सारी दुनिया मैनेजर पागल है, लीडरशिप का कोर्स भी करा रहे हैं, लीडरशिप की ऑफर करता है जी पाकिस्तान में, लीडरशिप की वर्कशॉप करवानी है। क्यों? what is leadership? That's what is leadership. यार लिखा हुआ है आपके कुरान में, द बेस्ट लीडरशिप मॉडल आपके पास हॉली प्रॉफिट का है। आजकल की मैनेजमेंट की लीडरशिप की कोई किताब उठा कर देख लो, व्हाट इज लीडर और व्हाट्स द डिफरेंस बिटवीन लीडर एंड मैनेजर, दैट्स द डिफरेंस। इसमें लिखा हुआ है जो हॉली प्रॉफिट ने किया, they lead from the front, they're honest, they're ethical, they're principle centered। जो हॉली प्रॉफिट लाइफ है ना, वो एक उनके सारे ट्रेड्स लिख ली थी एक तरफ, दूसरी तरफ अमेरिका की लिखी हुई वॉरेन बेनिस इज अ वर्ल्ड लीडर, कंसीडर्ड वर्ल्ड लीडर इन अ लीडरशिप स्टडी, उसकी किताब उठा के उसमें से लीडरशिप के सारे ट्रेड निकाल दें और मिला लें, अगर फर्क हुआ तो मुझे जितने जूते मारने हुए मार दीजिएगा। They are claiming to be, they are claiming to take over everything, and that's what the leadership is। So if you really get down to this, get down, man is not capable of inventing anything, we're just discovering। 1500 साल पे हमने ये डिस्कवर कर लिया कि लीडरशिप चाहिए थी, आज ही हम डिस्कवर कर रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं, इस मुल्क का क्या सिस्टम है। You see, आपने अगर आप इसकी, इस्लाम ने आपको एक पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम दिया था, आप खलीफा को चुनते थे, एक खुलफा राशिदीन, एक खलीफा चुनते थे और वो अपनी शूरा खुद बनाता था। And this is a system which is being practiced today in America, presidential system इसको कहते हैं।
Even in European Union now.
You see, और हम किधर डिप्लोमेसी के पीछे पड़े हुए हैं कि जी हमारा तो हिपोक्रेट है यार, सबसे बड़े हम कहते हैं मुसलमान मुल्क हैं, इस्लामिक जमहूरिया पाकिस्तान है। We are far away। आप एक जिस 200 चोरों चक्कों ने आपको बनाया अपना लीडर, so you are bound, you are obliged to them यार। आप अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की मिसाल दे रहे हैं, अगर आपको मैं ये कहूँगा यार ये ऑर्गेनाइजेशन घाटे में जा रही है, इसको चेंज कर दो, लेकिन वो किसी बंदे को फायर नहीं कर सकते, काम करें या ना करें। आपका कह रहा है यू कैन टर्न दैट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, यू कैन नेवर। द बेसिक प्रिंसिपल इज आपके अथॉरिटी होनी चाहिए। तो आपके प्राइम मिनिस्टर के पास क्या अथॉरिटी है? डजंट मैटर, वो मैं ये डिबेट नहीं कर रहा, अच्छा बुरा है, क्या अथॉरिटी है? उसको चुनने वाले तो वो है। सो ही इज पावरलेस बेसिकली। अगर आप उसके एंड में चले जाए, इसीलिए आपको कुरान का एक सिस्टम आया था कि चूज द बेस्ट पर्सन टू रिप्रेजेंट यू बिकॉज ही इज रिप्रेजेंटिंग यू ऑल एंड देन हैव अ ब्लाइंड फेथ इन इट। And so he has the authority to sack anybody। यार मैंने तुम्हें हायर किया था, I fire you because you've been held accountable for this। Again, that's the president। यार मुझे पता है, आपको नहीं पता, कितनी जनरेशन 50 साल हो चुके हैं, आज तक हम लड़ते आ रहे हैं, कभी कुछ नहीं होगा। Never will change unless you bring the law of nature, जिसको आप लॉ कुरान कहते हैं, इस मुल्क में ले आए, जिंदगी में ले आए। कुछ नहीं होने वाला जब तक आप वो अपने लाइफ के अंदर नहीं लेके आएंगे, nothing will happen। Okay.
Talk of the lecture।
I need to get on to that। My dear, and इसका भी end बता दूं, conclusion। I have only 30 minutes to conclude the whole session। और end ये है इस session का कि my dear, there is one thing which is known as character। Character एक होता है और एक होता है जिसको reputation बोलते हैं। You see, the reputation is something which people perception about you, whereas character is what you are। Character वो है जो आपका है। और किसी से पूछा किसी ने definition, what is the definition of the character? He said what? He said character is something which you are। So end result is which you are in the dark। जो आप अंधेरे में, when nobody is watching you, that's what the character is। But somehow हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? We have become more concerned about our reputation and we are less and less concerned about the character। अंदर से क्या? We as long as लोग हमें अच्छा समझते हैं, that's what we are, and we are just happy with that। So my dear, we need to build our characters because when we talk about abundance, that's where abundance lies। Nobody should be able to dictate and you should not able to be blackmailed। You should have your own character। At the end of the day, close down your eyes। 7 फुट 4 फुट की जो बारात की है उतनी मेरी है। trying to tell us that we are running short of time. My dear, there is one thing which is service, the concept of service, and I've done a lot of research on the psychology of the service. What I think is that I give example of that. कि देखिए हमें जो लाइफ में चाहिए, it is something which comes from others. तो ये जो ईगो की बात की जाती है, हमारी ईगो इतनी हाई है, इसकी वजह यही है we have nothing inside. So I did a research on the psychological aspect of giving and forgiving. जो गिवर का हाथ है, that is upper hand. You see, जब आप ये कहते हैं कि हाँ मैं देने के काबिल हूँ किसी को कुछ, तो आपकी सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट बढ़ती है, something to give to the society. Because Holy Prophet ने ये कहा था कि upper hand is more powerful, better than the other one, the receiver. You see that there is a difference between charity and the word service. Charity में आप क्या कहते हैं? Oh, can you accept my charity? Whereas जब आपने सर्विस का उसको वर्ड एक्सचेंज कर दें, can I be of service to you? So अगर आप ये देखें तो सर्विस का फायदा क्या? What is service? Service है कुछ भी करें यार, कम्युनिटी में काम करें, 10% टाइम अपने किसी बच्चे को पढ़ा दें, सड़कों में साफ करें, सोशल वर्क करें, एनवायरमेंट में काम करें. Because remember, it is you, not for others. And somehow we think कि हम किसी के लिए फेवर कर रहे हैं. My dear, आप भी अपने लिए कर रहे हैं. Because the more you give of something, the more it comes back. That is the law of nature. So psychologically, अगर आप सर्विस करने का शुरू करें, it enhances self-respect. It reduces your grudges. It develops the relationship. It strengthens the relationship. It increases respect for humanity and for your own self-respect. It heals. The service has a power to heal the wounds even. And see, just like this idea of service, the idea of service. What is this idea of service? You see, you give something. So then my next thing is, the idea of service has, there is on one hand, but there is another thing which is not well. The giving is one aspect of it, and the forgiving is the second aspect of that. And the forgiving word is basically a piece. There are two words. It's made of two words. Forgive. For Allah, give diya. So अगर आप किसी को कुछ दे नहीं सकते, अब तो आप every single person sitting here can give something to someone. But if you really believe that you have nothing to give, and I haven't come across in my life a single person who has nothing to give. But if you really believe you have nothing to give, try forgiving. Close down your eyes. Imagine those people you think they have done very bad to you. आंखें बंद कीजिए, उनकी शक्ल सामने लेके आइए, and just say a few words. खुदा के लिए, खुदा की वजह से I forgive you. I forgive you because I have so many stories. I wish I had more time to tell you. America के अंदर I've read hundred of stories. कि just with this idea of forgiveness, I have seen जो लोग कैंसर से heal हो गए. Because it has power to heal. ये जो forgiveness है ना, माफ, grudges, ये hatred, anger, ये killing है, ये आपको मार रहा है. For God's sake, hold on to your life. Just forgive people, and you see it has a power to heal. The more you give of something, and if you forgive someone, you will also be forgiven because खुदा ने आपसे वादा यही किया था कि even के जो खुदा का कुरान को नहीं मानते, रसूल को कहा था उन्हें भी माफ कर दो. Give back more than you receive. That's a law of nature. मेरा ये थ्योरी ये कहता है कि you get a percentage of what you have given to others. वो आपके पास वापस आएगा. The more you give up, more it will back. Because मुझे 10% का फार्मूला है कि खुदा का 10 गुना देता है जो खुदा की राह में खर्च करो. That is not only for the money, that is for everything. Whatever you give, it comes back. And also your life will get enriched if you have a caring attitude toward others. My dear, success in life is measured through service by the degree to which you have helped others, not by the degree जिस पे लोगों ने आपको हेल्प किया है. And then develop a hotline with Allah. Now the psychological aspect of this is, well, I have seen it happen to me myself. I'm standing in front of you and I have so many good stories to say. I've seen, I can feel, I can see, I can visualize them. And in many different and difficult situations, believe me, मुझे ये लगा कि someone is holding my finger. He is there. He is waiting for us. And there are 2 or 3 people in this room जिन्होंने already मुझे अपनी स्टोरियां सुनाई हैं. Okay, their life changed. You see, that prayers, gratitude, and meditation are 3 things. They can change everything of your life. If you do that, it will create a feeling of hope. It gives you satisfaction. It provides peace. जो आप हारा उड़ चुका है सुकून जिंदगियों से. Reduces stress, reduces frustration. It enhances your health and heals the body and emotions. It gives you energy and it clarifies the blurredness. यार पता नहीं करा या ना करा. Because he is there. He knows better than you. He is the best friend you can have in this age. The person who has no vested interest. He's the light. He's the guidance. He has no stake in your shares. He will never lie to you. But just seek. He's sitting there. Knock at the door. He's waiting for you. That's why he's there for. But there has to be people who go to him and check for everything. Now, once you have done that, there are many ways to connect to Almighty. One of the ways is show gratitude. I mean, that is eye-opener for me. Back in 95, I was in America, and I know एक बच्चे ने उसे उसकी टीचर पूछती है कुछ चीज का शुक्र अदा करो. Gratitude होता है feeling of thanks. And she said, everybody was saying, I'm thankful to Allah because Allah ने मुझे ये दिया, Allah ने मुझे वो दिया, Allah ने मुझे गाड़ी दी, Allah ने मुझे घर दिया. And she says, I'm thankful to Allah, our God, because I can breathe. आज तक कभी आपने ये सोचा सुबह उठ के कि शुक्र करें खुदा के आप सांस ले रहे हैं?
नहीं सोचा.
शुक्र करें कि आप देख सकते हैं. थैंक यू. शुक्र करें कि आप कुछ उठा सकते हैं. I know many people. I met someone this time about 80 years old, paralyzed. You see, it's a whole life altogether. ये पूरी जिंदगी का एक शख्स है, भरा हुआ है सबसे गाड़ी, मोटर, सब कुछ लिफ्ट में, एलिवेटर में है, and he is criticizing life. बोली जा रहा है ये क्या है, मुसीबत है, लिंक हो गया, मेरी गाड़ी चलानी है, ये है, मेरे 5 मिनट में मेरी फ्लाइट है. एलिवेटर की स्टोरी सुना रहा फ्रेडरिक के मैरिज की. And there is another guy who walks into the elevator and he's blind. And I say, George, how is life? And he says, how is life? Is wonderful. And I'm thankful to him. That's the difference. कि हमें तो ये चीजें नजर ही नहीं आती हमारे अंदर हैं. We just take this thing. हाँ ये की बड़ी गल है, ये साहिल है, सारे लंदन है, मैं बकरी है. पानी पिया, खाना खाया, खुदा का शुक्र अदा करो कि पंखा है, बिजली है. खुदा का शुक्र करो कि छत है. खुदा का शुक्र करो कि सांस लेते हो. खुदा का शुक्र करो कि सारा खानदान साथ है. इथियोपिया की तरह नहीं है, वियतनाम की तरह नहीं है, बोस्निया की तरह नहीं है. बच्चे साथ लेते हुए चाहे एक कमरे में हो यार, साथ कुछ हाथ है, मजदूर नहीं हो. पानी, everything, you know, we need to show the gratitude. अगर बात कुछ देता है गिफ्ट या आपका बॉस आपको तोहफा देता है और आप उसका शुक्र अदा करें तो दूसरा कहेगा यार हमें शुक्र है. एंड लुक एट हिम यार, वो आपको इतने सालों से टॉलरेट कर रहा है और आपके पास कंप्लेंट्स नहीं है. अल्लाह तो मैंने नहीं देता, अल्लाह तो मैंने नहीं देता, but never said a word of thanks to you. So if you start thanking, आज रात को जाके find 20 reasons and do it every day before you go to sleep. Find 20 reasons every day and develop this attitude of gratitude in your kids. कि उनको साथ डाल के बेटा आओ 10 reasons या 15 reasons every day basis के ऊपर find करें to say thanks to him. Stay thankful, seek his guidance, say your prayers, visualize and picturize him. आंखें बंद करें, सांस लें, breathe in, breathe out, and see the light coming to you and taking over you. And you will feel just like flying in the sky. All the reduced you will stress on वो खत्म हो जाएगा. Excuse me, is there any problem on the back? What is the problem? I will appreciate if people are not using their mobile phone. Ask for peace and forgiveness. You see, forgiveness से peace आपको मिलना है. उससे भी माफी मांगे और लोगों को उसकी मखलूक को माफ भी करें. खुद आप माफ नहीं करते किसी को और अपनी गलती से माफी मांगते हैं. And then learn and follow the life of Holy Prophet. Love and enjoy nature and his people. That's the way to connect to him, to remember him. It's just few quotations on prayer rising because this is a terminology which is used in America. And I'm just going to
This is my favorite poem actually. America में इसको poem कहते हैं, America में poem कहते हैं, so poem. I got up early one morning and rushed right into the day. I had so much to accomplish that I didn't have time to pray. Problems just jumbled upon me and heavier came each day, each task. Why does not God help me, I wondered. He answered, you did not ask. I wanted to see joy and beauty, but the day toiled on, grey and bleak. I wondered why God did not show me. He said, but you did not seek. I tried to come into God's presence. I used all my keys and the lock. God gently and lovingly chided, my child, you did not knock. I woke up early this morning and paused before entering the day. I had so much to accomplish that I had to take time to pray.
Wow.
My dear, if you can just do it for 30 days, you will see the change. And that is the feeling of abundance I am referring again and again. So it's a cycle. It's about you, it's about thinking, it's about optimism, it's about relationship, it's about love, it's about recognition, it's about reward, it's about hard work, it's about creating the life, it's about helping others, it's about service, it's about God, it's about gratitude, it's about peace, it's about getting rid of anger, it's about forgiveness, it's about hotline with Allah. It's about these are the things which can make your life different. And you can start your life again. I have a theory about life. And I like to share it with you. And the theory is something like this. The theory says that Allah ने promise किया था आपसे, if you remember that, कि मैंने सारी कायनात को, तमाम लोगों को सब कुछ equal दिया. And then, but that is not something which you see here today in life. दुनिया में आपको क्या नजर आता है, right? किसी को ज्यादा है, किसी को कम है, किसी के बेचारे के घर में प्रॉब्लम है, रोटी नहीं है, कोई को भात खेल कर है. So one you start wondering, यार ये क्या है? So if you really look into it, again, like I earlier said, everything starts with a belief. So if you have a belief that that God cannot be wrong, then you will try to find out, and you will find out why. Because He is not wrong, we are wrong. Our interpretation of what He said is wrong. So I did the same thing. And finally I found out that His promise is absolutely right. His promise was that I will give you equal wealth. But somehow, we never knew the meaning of wealth. We thought it's money He's talking about. And He said, what? And He has given each and every person on this earth equal wealth in equal size. And how is that? Yes, He said, it's just like one box. It's 12-inch by 12-inch box, and it weighs 1 kilo. And just like a mithai box, you go to Nirala, उसमें different mithai है, jalebi है, gulab jamun है. The same way, your wealth box include happiness, fulfillment, knowledge, love of your children, love of your wife, education, peace, giving service attitude, comfort, and also money or material things. Let's assume now that you have ये wealth की definition है, ये सारी चीजें इसके अंदर आ गई. तो अल्लाह ने सबको बराबर देके भेजी. अब आप पैदा हो गए, बड़े हो गए. Now you go to Nirala and say, नहीं यार मुझे लड्डू ज़रा पसंद है. मुझे लड्डू ज़रा पा दें. What would you do? Because remember, neither the size, you can increase the size, because otherwise अल्लाह ने अगर वादा जिनका वाले से ना मैं तो एक इतना दिया. और बाकी आपको सिर्फ मुख्तलिफ बना दिया कि you can trade in and trade out. But you cannot increase the size of wealth. It is safe for everyone. 1 किलो 5 by 12 इंच. चॉइस आपकी अंदर क्या चाहिए? तो आप कहते हैं मुझे लड्डू पसंद है,
तो आप लड्डू खवा लेते हैं, वो कहता है अच्छा लड्डू पसंद है तो फिर मैं कुछ और निकाल लेता हूँ, बिकॉज वजन एक कितना रहेगा। तो आप कहते हैं अल्लाह मुझे पैसा दे देगा, मे बी ही टेक्स अवे लिटिल हैप्पीनेस। या उसकी चॉइस है, शक्कर खोले तो शक्कर मिलती है, इंसान जो चाहे कर सकता है। ये आपको 2 हवाले दे चुका हूँ। आपको पैसा चाहिए, यू विल गेट द पैसा, बट मे बी द कॉस्ट इज गोइंग टू इन टर्म्स ऑफ हेल्थ, लैक ऑफ और टेकिंग अवे ऑफ हैप्पीनेस। शायद पीस आपका ले ले, या आपके बच्चों की जिंदगी ले ले, या आपका एक हाथ उठा के ले जाए, या उसकी चॉइस। So my dear, you can be whatever you want to be, but remember the wealth box does not only include the money. You do few things right, and you try to create abundance in your life. Abundance, my dear, abundance. And you will see that you generate those abundance every day. You multiply it, you give away. Every day you just give it out to everybody you see, but more and more at the end of the day, left it with. It's not like money. कि 100 रुपया था 50 ये बाकी बचे 50. If you start giving away, it multiplies, it comes back. You see what I do all day? अल्लाह ताला ये मोटरसाइकिल में जा रहे हैं गाड़ी से, अल्लाह ताला ने खुशी दे, यार मेरा क्या जा रहा है? But it costs me anything. It doesn't. But I know one thing. It multiplies by I don't know how many folds comes back every night. That's the attitude. That is the attitude of abundance. Somehow we try to hold on. We try to look for those things which we don't have to give away to anything, my dear. But before you can give, you have to start. You can take, you have to start giving to others, and then it will multiply. Again, the life is a mirror. You want something back, give it to others, it multiplies, comes back. 20 people you see every day, you give them what you want, and remember, whatever you give to others, it will come back manifold, manifold. And that is abundance what you are always talking about. So the conclusion, you know, this is, again, that's the point, and I'm thankful for the wife for writing this point for me. Same old thinking and the same old style. Anger and hatred, hunger and fight can give us only this sad profile. Regrets and blames, nothing seems right. Good is gone, which was given to us. Goodness and love. ये मतलब में इंसानियत के लिए आया था, याद है ना? उस वक्त क्या हालात थे जो साल पहले, और आज इस मदद में इंसानियत ही नहीं नजर आती। और मेरा दिमाग ये मानने को तैयार ही नहीं। किस मुल्क में किधर थे? निकाल दी गई, निकल गए। Goodness and love, a purpose to survive. Peep into your heart and listen to yourself. Yes, you want to change. It's no surprise. But my dear, nothing will change if you never tried a clearer thought and a new way of life. That way of life which I've just shared with you. Seek His blessings and use His guide, which was given to you. Of peace, content, forgiveness, and a smile. Let's start all over again with some pride, with more pride, and not settle for less or compromise. हम compromise क्यों नहीं मिलना है? अशरफुल मखलूकात, शक्कर घोड़े को शक्कर मिलती है, and you can be whatever you want to be. Never ever settle down for less or compromise. You deserve it, you want it, create it. That's where the happiness is. Create those abundance, feeling of abundance. Come on, join hand in hand and take a hike to make this world a place called paradise. And remember, my dear, ये कुरान में लिखा था, नहीं सुना, नहीं समझा, नहीं पढ़ा, पढ़ा तो कहीं ब्लड सा टाइप हो गया. This is a book, and it is guidance sure without doubt to those who fear God. उसने ठेका नहीं लिया था कि सबको किताब बदल देगी. फ्रांस में एक लड़के को मिला, he became a millionaire. Last program में मैंने स्टोरी सुनाई थी. He's a millionaire. He's French fries बेचा था सड़क के किनारे में. he became millionaire. He owns potato chips के और ये snacks के factories. उससे पूछा कहाँ से सीखा honesty का, इसमें कहाँ से आइडिया आया लिखने लिखाने का सब कुछ. तो उसको जब इंटरव्यू हो रहा था तो राव उसने दिखाई कि मुझे वहीं पे किसी ने रास्ते में एयरपोर्ट पे बात सुनाई कुरान. कहता ये से सीखा. अगर तो मुसलमान हो गया, कहता नहीं मुसलमान नहीं, और इस कुरान में जो लिखा 100% सही लिखा है, लेकिन इसको फॉलो करने वाले नजर नहीं आते. जब नजर आ जाएंगे आई विल नॉट फ्रांस में बंदा जिंदा है भी जीता जाता है. तो माय डियर आई स्ट्रांगली बिलीव मैनेजमेंट, सोशल इश्यूज, रिलेशनशिप, चिल्ड्रन, जिंदगी कैसे गुजारनी है, लीडर कैसे चुनना है, सब कुछ मौजूद है उस कुरान में. समझने की कोशिश आज तक कभी किसी ने नहीं की. आई थिंक द टाइम हैज कम कि 50 साल में और कुछ नहीं किया गया, अपनी लाइफ खुद को ठीक कर. And see, we have put forth for man in this Quran every kind of parable. आप ये समझते हैं खुदा झूठ बोल रहा है, वो कह रहा है दुनिया की कुछ भी सोच लो यार इस कुरान में है, और आप कहते हैं ये सिर्फ रिलीजन है. ठीक है, रिलीजन. और जी शादी का क्या ताल्लुक है जी कुरान से, या जॉब का क्या तबादला है कंपनी चलाने के लिए. यू डोंट हैव टू रीड कुरान, यू हैव टू रीड मैनेजमेंट बुक. गॉड ब्लेस यू. ये जो कुछ लोग बैठे ध्यान से ना, they don't know my language because अमेरिका के अंदर ये कोर्स यही करके आए हुए हैं. Don't you think it's amazing? You spend $5,000 and land at Harvard Business School. कि जी मैं मैनेजमेंट का कोर्स करने आया हूँ. Then a person named Dr. Stephen Covey enters in and he says, forget about management. I'm not here to teach management. Yes, I know I'm PhD man. It's all garbage. It's all trash. It's all garbage. Let's talk about with people whom the organizations are made of. बनी तो इंसानों से है ना. नेशंस, कंपनियां, घर, सोसाइटी इंसानों से बनती हैं, और इंसानों के वैल्यूज से उसकी नेशनल कैरेक्टरिस्टिक बन जाता है. आपका कैरेक्टर इस नेशनल कैरेक्टर है, और आप ही जो लोग कंपनियां बनाते हैं वही आप वैल्यूज, वो कंपनीज की वैल्यूज हैं. और ये जितनी कंपनियां ब्लू बॉक्स वैल्यूज, वैल्यू स्टेटमेंट, स्ट्रेटेजी, विजन, जितना पिछले 10 सालों का बुखार आया है, let's form a vision statement and a value statement. If they think they can achieve those mission and value statement without promoting those characteristics and values in the people they are made of, they can achieve it. Good luck to them. The guidance of God, that is the only guidance. If you have the courage, say, I won't say a word. सुमुम बुकमुम पहुंचे अंधे हैं, गूंगे हैं, गारे हैं. अल्लाह ताला ने हर एक को अकल देनी है. ये ब्लेसिंग है, ये प्रिविलेज्ड है वो लोग जिनको खुदा ने अकल दी. उसने ये नहीं कहा था कि मैं हर एक को दूंगा, उसने कहा था ये उन लोगों के लिए गाइडेंस है जिनको खुदा से डर है, वो मानते हैं. और वो भी हैं जिनके दिलों में कुफर लगे हुए हैं. Let's see how we, in which category we stand. You want to take management, you want leadership, sociology, or anthropology, or political system, I can challenge you. I stand here and talk to me. I tell you what. आप तो मुसलमान हो यार, मैं तो अंग्रेजों की ऐसी की तैसी कर रहा हूँ प्रयोग. And that is all, my dear. The last thing is that I really think that you have all those things which require to make a success in your life, which they are required to create abundance in your life. But time is today or never. All those people who have participated in the program, they have shared something. Please turn the lights on. But the first 48 hours of the session are critical most. If you really want to change few things, pick up few things, make an action plan, hold on to it, never compromise, and do it immediately from tomorrow onwards. Otherwise, nothing will change. Everything you live up with, the characters you carry, the habits you live, and whatever you give to others, it is reflected on the physique you carry. And that is the science of it. You cannot create a healthy body if you have an unhealthy spirit, soul जिसे आप बोलते हैं, और an unhealthy mind, जो negative thinking ही करता है. और वो soul जिसके ऊपर लोगों की दुआएं, गालियां, glows, go ahead. If you think all those, you can create a healthy body. Good luck to you. I wish
Rather, I pray for all of you that someday in the future, some of you will come here and share your success story with me. Yes, our life changed. Please don't let it die. The history never repeats. Or few people say it repeats. But when it comes to you, my dear, it is definitely going to repeat. Why? Because what you are, that's what your kids are going to be. And that's what their kids are going to be. So instead of worrying about the country and the politicians and the dollars and all those things, let's look inside us and try to create our life, which is not different than the national life, because our life multiplied by others are going to become our identity. And I really look forward for that time. And till then, I love you all. Please pray for me in my mission. And thank you very much for being here. सवालात के सेशन के लिए जो लोग सवाल पूछना चाहेंगे उनके दो ऑप्शन है, either write a question and call me in the office, I will answer you, और इधर खड़े हो जाएं अभी। नहीं, अभी ओपन फोरम में नहीं है, इंडिविजुअल फोरम में मुझसे बात कर लीजिएगा, ऑफिस में आ जाइएगा, यहाँ पे अभी मैं इधर ही हूँ, लेकिन ओपन फोरम में नहीं होगा। शुक्रिया जनाब, बहुत-बहुत। Thank you. Thank you, yes. I just quickly people who are helping me. I want you guys to know who they are. And they are sort of different people altogether. Youngsters are sare, and they are Ace team. So Ace team, please come. Yes,
ये बंद कर दो।
Manager.
Excuse me.
Omar.
ये बंद कर दो।
Akhtar Sahib. Grand Bias. And also small, young Harris, young Fry, whatever you like to call. My wife is also taking care of Hustle Foundation. So this small group of people are trying to be different and trying to do few different things all together. Thank you. Love you. Love you. सर ना से मुलाकात की हमारे थोड़े दिनों में हमारी हेल्प कीजिए Please keep us in contact. Definitely. We are just trying to build up a network of people who can help us. ठीक है सर, अल्लाह हाफ़िज़, बहुत अल्लाह हाफ़िज़। Please do visit.
भजन इसके
All the best. Thank you. ठीक है जी, अगर आपको जल्दी प्लेटफॉर्म पे तो हम आते हैं एक